Gift cards are a great way to make sure that the recipient of our present gets exactly what they want, and in today's video I'm going to share with you how to make them really one of a kind by creating a gift card holder and a handmade card to go with them. I'm going to start from the card, and all the supplies that I'm going to use today are listed and linked in the description box down below, so make sure to check that out. As a first step, I am creating some masks for my images, and for that I like to use repositionable packaging labels because they are quite inexpensive and you can use them over and over again. Once my masks are ready, I can go ahead and create my little composition here directly on my card front. I am stamping the mug that I want in the forefront first, and then I can go ahead and mask it with the mask that I created, and this way this image is now protected and I can stamp directly on top. And I'm going to stamp another mug and that little reindeer cookie, which is so adorable. The stamp sets that I used are the Cheers stamp set and the Forever Green stamp sets by MODASCRAP, and they're just made for each other. Now, because we have the mask on the cardstock, the mug that will be in the foreground is going to be protected, so I'm not actually stamping on my image on my card, but once we remove the mask, you can see that everything that we stamped in a second instance is now in the background. So this is kind of the trick behind masked stamping. I'm also going ahead and stamping the sentiments directly, and this is part of the same Cheers stamp set where the mugs come from. I really love this descriptive font, it's absolutely gorgeous. And for my coloring today, I'm going to use my Prismacolor pencils. Now, I'm not going to go too in-depth for the coloring. I have a lot of coloring videos here on my channel, and if you're interested, I'm going to add a little link at the end of this video to another one where I give a little bit more of an in-depth explanation of how I actually color with my Prismacolor pencils. Of course, coloring with colored pencils takes up a little bit more time, so if you wanted this project to come by even faster, you could use alcohol markers or you could use watercolor markers. What I think is a nice touch to add is to color the cookie as if it has some frosting or some glaze, so I'm leaving the center lighter and I'm coloring that with kind of creamy colors, whereas for the part where I have the cookie I use some darker browns. For the mugs, I'm going to use some really nice and bright reds, and I'm doing this because the design of my card in the end will be pretty simple, so I wanted this nice pop of color there. The color palette for my images was inspired to this beautiful pattern paper that I'm going to use for the base of my card. This is part of the SUDTIROL Origins paper pad by MODASCRAP, and it's really gorgeous, you guys, you need to check it out. It is everything that Christmas and winter and fall are for me. Warm, cozy, really, check it out, the link is in the description. To complete my sentiment, I am doing some heat embossing with white embossing powder, and the stamp is part of the Cheers stamp set as well. I am cutting down a thin little banner here out of my black cardstock, and then as a final touch of embellishment to the card front, if you will, I'm using some baker's twine and I am securing it to the back of my card front using some purple tape. I'm also tying a little bow here using again that same baker's twine, and I think this adds a nice touch of cuteness and also a little bit of dimension to the card. And then as a very last touch, I am going to add some stars. I'm using a stencil by MODASCRAP and Fluffy, which is a texture paste. It really feels like frosting, so it was perfect for this card, and it has some glitter in it, so it also adds a little bit of subtle shine. And here is the final result. Next, we can move on to the gift card holder, and for that I'm using this wonderful die by MODASCRAP. It is actually called gift card holder, and as a first step, after die cutting that same plaid pattern paper, I am reinforcing the score lines with my score tool so that I can then go ahead and fold my cardstock, and you can see how easy and quick it is to basically assemble this gift card holder. It also has this little notch here that you can use to close it shut, and it's really adorable. Because this will be a set with my handmade card, I decided to stamp and color the mugs as well and use them as decoration for the gift card holder. Of course, I didn't show you the coloring process a second time because it was just the same. As an extra element, which is also going to create some nice dimension, I'm going to add a bow, and the dies that you need to create it are also included in the gift card holder set, so it's really a set which has everything you need. I use some white cardstock here because I wanted the result to be subtle. The star of the show are those coffee mugs or hot chocolate if you ask me, but you know, to each their own. Let me know what your favorite hot beverage is. And then just one tip for you, if you decide like me to use liquid glue to adhere your embellishments, do it while your gift card holder is open because you don't want to glue it shut accidentally, so that is the safe way to go. The gift card holder set also has a die that is going to cut an insert, and this one here is a journaling card that is included in the same paper pad that I used for my card and my gift card holder, so the SUDTIROL Origin 12 by 12 inches paper pad by MODASCRAP. You can adhere it to the inside of your holder, and here you can see how you can basically slide your gift card inside so that it's going to stay put and not go anywhere. Here's the final result. I think the set turned out really cute, and it's a very nice way to make those gift cards feel even more special because they're paired with something that was handcrafted especially for the recipient. If you did enjoy this video, here's another one where I show some inspiration with this gift tag holder die, and there is also that video that I promised with some more in-depth Prismacolor pencil coloring. As always, thank you all so much for stopping by and have a great day.